When the lockdown was announced, I already had a sneaking suspicion that we were going to have the lockdown. So my group was busy preparing, coming up with plans for what we would do should we shut down. For instance, we knew that there might be experiments that we really needed to finalize very quickly for publications. So we were trying to hustle to finalize some experiments. We were also coming up with plans for what people would work on during a potential lockdown. Lots of activities like that. We're an experimental group, and of course our research is extremely dependent on whether we can be in the lab or not. So I would tell you the way that this shutdown has impacted really us from an experimental perspective is that we're not able to do those experiments anymore. So we're spending quite a lot of time now as a group having discussions. We're writing a lot of papers. We've been able to develop some new project ideas. We've been writing some grant proposals and things like that. So we've been trying to use this shutdown time as a means to kind of improve our future research, so to speak. Also kind of gave us some time to really think about how we can go about finalizing some existing projects in a more rapid, more directed type of way. This experience has been extremely positive in a lot of ways. It's made us kind of reassess how we work, so to speak, right? It makes you question, do we really need to spend so much time in the office? How much time are we actually spending in the lab versus how much time are we spending sitting at our computers? So now, because of the shutdown, what we've done is we've kind of moved all of our workstations home. And so our computers from the office are now at home. So when we go back, we're actually going to be able to see exactly how much time we're specifically spending doing experiments. So I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to be at 100% capacity well before we're actually at 100% capacity back in the lab, because we do spend quite a lot of time sitting in front of our computers, and now 2 or 3 days a week we're kind of forced to do that sort of thing where we have to find ways to work from home to optimize our projects and things. And I think it'll really also make our efforts in the laboratory, like I said, more directed. We're not going to be as prone to branch out and kind of get off track, so to speak. I don't really think that this is going to decrease creativity, so to speak. I think that we're going to be creative now in different places. We're going to come into the laboratory with a very specific plan that we've already developed. We've spent the time reading the literature, and we have a clear-cut plan for how we're going to attack that problem. Maybe we're going to be more informed, per se, I think, when we go at a very specific experimental target, something that we want to achieve.